What up, people? It is S&S Pigskin Picks in the house for Super Bowl 59. Super Bowl LIX. Hopefully the Super Bowl doesn't lick for the Eagles, as Jared and I are diehard Eagles fans looking to get our second Super Bowl. 2017 was the first. That was memorable. This one is the Kansas City Chiefs, favored by 1.5. Those bastard Chiefs are going for a three-peat share. It is wild. Super Bowl history will be made. One thing I remember from the Eagles championship, there was a lot of talk about a dynasty, Eagles going up against a dynasty, all-time quarterback versus backup. And, Jalen Hurts is not a backup, obviously, but all-time quarterback on the other side, Patrick Mahomes. What are your thoughts? Do you think this will bring back some of those memories from the 2017 team, or will this be more like the 22 team where Mahomes brings his magic?
The San Francisco 49ers know all too well how even when you get a second crack at it, sometimes it doesn't work out your way. But one difference between this Eagles team and that 49ers team that got another crack at those Chiefs is we are ready. Mm-hmm. Saquon is ready any play to bust one loose. We're looking so good on defense. I think maybe our weakest link might be our pass game. Our pass game still is looking great, man. We've been wishing, planning, praying all year for this, and it came. The revenge angle is not to be taken lightly. Again, I know San Francisco got a shot, but this is not San Francisco. This is the Eagles. I really think that we are going to do it again. We're going to take, let it be a close game or not, we're going to take down the big bad dynasty again. Last time it was the Patriots. We barely got it done. It was down to the last play of the game. Super fans like Kobe Bryant and, Bradley Cooper. All these guys were standing, waiting, at the game, at home, wherever they were, in disbelief that our Eagles finally won. I was sick on the couch, couldn't even go out. I celebrated, but it wasn't the same, and I'm just hoping.
Yeah.
Oh man, we deserve it.
That was
mature.
That was wild.
We know the sting of the loss. I know we got a few rookies riding, but this is a mark of a great team that goes on to make a dynasty. You get those rookies in there at that low end, and they make an impact, and then your mid-level players are doing it, and your stars are killing it, and that's what the Eagles are doing right now. We got one of the best defenses in the league, one of the most explosive offenses. This is our time. Yeah, it's going to happen.
I think, a lot of talk about Andy Reid versus, Sirianni. Sirianni is a bit of a goofball. A lot of talk about him getting fired, not as much lately. Andy Reid, similar to Belichick, is all-time great, but I don't think that means he can't get beat at a Super Bowl. He's lost a Super Bowl before. He lost to Tampa when he was an Eagles coach. He lost as well. Obviously, Mahomes is on his team and Chris Jones and beasts like that. But yeah, man, I like the Eagles. I think they're the better team, better defense, better running game. Probably not the better quarterback and coach. I think, and a kicker. I got to give Kansas City. They do have the better kicker. But turnovers again, I think are going to be the number one thing here, man. Like Jalen Hurts, that back-breaking fumble. It's hard to even just to say and talk about, but that changed the game last time they played. And Eagles, you don't turn the ball over, it's going to be hard to lose. That's the way I look at it. Kansas City's going to have to put up a 30-burger. Obviously, they're capable, but against this defense, I don't know. Kansas City hasn't played the best defenses lately, right? They've been taking care of business against these whatever type of teams. But I think Philadelphia obviously has Saquon this year, like we've been saying. And yeah, like these rookie cornerbacks are stepping up. DeJean, and obviously it'd be nice if Nakobe Dean was playing, but he'll be obviously there cheering on. And there's a chance Brandon Graham may play. He was put on the IR. Yeah, he got activated. So whether he'll be in uniform or not, I mean, that'd be pretty cool. Obviously, he had that epic sack of Thomas Brady in that Super Bowl win in 2017.
Any experience counts in
yeah.
these games. It's remember when we
100%.
were there? Oh, like, let's not make this mistake this time. Oh, I've already been there. Young guys, don't do this. This helps. Whatever. Hopefully Jason Kelsey will be floating around, giving us advice and staying away from the Chiefs sideline for the most part of it. So, yeah.
Right.
It's our time. Well, too many times. You got to lose one once in a while. Maybe we should watch the tape from that Tampa Bay Super Bowl. Watch the tape and be like, okay, what did they
think so.
do? Let's do. Obviously, the offensive line was nowhere near the caliber for the Chiefs that it is these days in that Super Bowl. But let's try and contain Patrick and just this blanket coverage that we have been throwing down for the last few games. Our secondary has looked pretty nice. The Rams, they get their shots. No matter if they're playing the number one pass defense in the league, they make them look like they're not good. It's next year the Rams.
What do you think about taking a prop for maybe Jalen Carter to get a sack? I mean, it's really hard to sack Mahomes. Obviously, this guy just
the most popular
gets away somehow.
Saquon Barkley for a touchdown. I'm guessing that's going to be minus.
Naturally, the guy's a machine.
That's the most likely. I like Jalen Carter with a sack. I like the numbers too. I like
Nolan Smith.
Or Cooper DeJean or Zach Bond to get over 5 tackles. I think both of those bets are pretty decent automatic ones. I'm not sure what the odds would be on that. Saquon over 100 yards. I think if we're going to win the game, Saquon's going to get at least 100 yards. Never mind breaking a 50 or 60 yarders. So Saquon over 100 yards. Again, not sure on the odds on that, but I think that's another one. That's
Gainwell
in the bank.
He was concussed last game. Right. Kenneth Gainwell was concussed in the NFC Championship game, so there's a chance rookie Nate Lashley, keep forgetting his name. He might be playing. He did pretty good in mop-up duty there, right? And he might be worth a decent prop. He probably doesn't have a great total. I'm thinking if Kenny G doesn't play. Who else? I know a lot of people are big on Dallas Goedert. He's getting a lot of targets. I was thinking
he's getting open huge
maybe
lately.
A small little. Yeah. I'm thinking maybe a small pizza bet on AJ Brown for MVP. Kind of like, the squeaky wheel gets the grease finally, right? I mean, he did get a touchdown last game, but I think or maybe first touchdown of the game or something like that, or anytime touchdown, because I think they'll be going deep to him once or twice, right? I mean, the guy's just a specimen, obviously, right, on one-on-one balls.
You got to give him his chances in the Super Bowl. If they don't give him the ball at least 10 times in the Super Bowl, he's going to be pissed. So, definitely.
Right. There's a lot of Taylor Swift specials there on our favorite book, Bet365. They're just like made up of her song names and like, oh, will Travis Kelce get 2 touchdowns or whatever, right? I just thought that was kind of funny, but I'll definitely be taking the Eagles plus the 1.5. I will take them minus 2.5. I will take them minus 3.5, maybe minus 5.5. And then they call it the old ladder play. right? I think -5.5 will get them close to 3-1. And
Reminiscent of my accidental bet, Eagles. I think it was -7.5 in the 2017 Super Bowl, just barely covered.
Oh yeah,
Special.
right. Yeah, I mean, this game will be in New Orleans. I remember the last Super Bowl that was in New Orleans. The lights went out. The Harbaugh Bowl. That was
Yes.
kind of creepy and weird. They had that delay. So let's hope the boys in New Orleans have got that figured out. Obviously, New Orleans is a world-class city to go visit. From what I hear, I've never been. I've also heard you don't want to go to the wrong areas of New Orleans at the wrong time of night. So they say the tourists stay in their area, and you'll be okay. Get your gumbo, get your jambalaya.
The Super Bowl complex, just
all that good
stay
stuff.
in the Hutton Square. Sure, you'll be fine.
Right. So they're having the Super Bowl preview right now. I'm just looking at NFL Network. The big interview where everyone has their own like booth and whatnot. I mean, I'm looking forward to hearing, I guess, what Sirianni has to say. I mean, he's always got a quote or two up his sleeve. I think Patrick Mahomes will give you the straight mumbo jumbo. Jalen Hurts will give you the straight goods, kind of cliches and whatnot. But Sirianni, he'll have some words. I think he's a bit of a character. Got a few rookies out there. Kansas City's obviously been here like every year for the last 10 years, so I think they'll be used to the whole ordeal. I'm thinking about also teasing up the Eagles past a touchdown, but I just don't know what I want to pair that with. The over, the under, something like that. I've also heard you can also pair with
the over. I really think it's going to be the over. I just don't. I see it being a game like last time. Maybe not 38-35 or whatever the last one was, but
right.
I see it going over 49. They think it's going to be a 28-21 game. I think it's going to be more like 24-31 or something. Just over the. Yeah.
Someone came in with like a big bet, like 55K or something like that on the under. They were saying a couple of days ago. So that's like the biggest bet that has come in so far on the Super Bowl, which is interesting. I mean, I'm sure there'll be some other big bets coming in. Right, big celebrity bets will be swinging each way, whatnot. Right, there's some celebrity Eagles fans out there. I think most people's biggest bets are, like you said, are Saquon score touchdown, Saquon over 100 yards. I think his over-under is 120 or so, 115, which is it's a lot in the Super Bowl, right? I don't know. I never
say, though, he just breaks one play.
Kind of a.
He just breaks one play and he basically got half of that, and he's done it over and over and over. And I just don't see how they're going to prepare for that. You just can't, right? He's coming right at you, and he still does it. It's absolute madness. The only way I can see this going under is if Philadelphia plays ball control and just does, major dink dunk, 3-4 yards, 2 yards, all these small piece first downs, and just has these like 10-minute drives, then maybe.
Right.
But other than that run is going to set up the play action huge. You got to respect Saquon first. So people are going to be open in the pass game. That's why I'm thinking the over is going to be it. We're going to be some passing touchdowns, some rushing. One from Jalen, one from Saquon.
Who are you thinking for MVP? Any hunch for MVP?
Saquon Barkley, baby. If he
Saquon
gets 2 or 3, if he breaks, if he gets a home run, who else are you going to give it to? And if they can't stop him, they're not going to stop anything because the play action is just going to be so. You have to respect it so much that. And then just our defense, keep them under 21. If they score 20,
Kansas City,
we score more.
Kansas City will take field goals from what I've seen usually over the years, right? They're pretty old school that way. They will settle. And you're going to need field goals if you want to hit the under, right? Because, I mean, if both teams are just going for it on every fourth down, either you're going to be scoring touchdowns or the other team's getting good field position. And obviously, a couple of chunk plays here and there, you're already in field goal position. So, yeah, I'd probably have to lean to the over. I mean, last game there was 70 points scored? Like 35, 32, something like that last game. I'd also lean Travis Kelce under receiving yards, just kind of fading the public. I think a lot of people and the Swifties they'll just take Kelce over whatever, right? So just as a strict public fade to poo-poo all the what are they called again?
Amateurs?
Swifties, amateurs. Throw them all in the same bunch. Those pricks. But yeah, we'll come back with part 2 for our Super Bowl preview with some more picks and anything else we can think of. Any NFL topics. There's also a trade request today from Myles Garrett. Be interesting to see what happens. Yeah, he's requested to be traded. Cleveland's come out and said we're not entertaining offers, but yeah, I mean, you can see some teams out there really wanting him bad, right? Probably Buffalo Bills being number 1. And I mean,
I'd say three
teams are going to be
first
wanting
rounders. 3 first rounders for Myles Garrett is going to
minimum.
Be the job.
Yeah.
Will they give? I think someone will. I don't know who though.
And they'll most likely they won't trade within their division, right? So they're not going to be trading with Pittsburgh or Baltimore or Cincy. So you can probably cross those teams out. Probably cross out Kansas City as well. So maybe an NFC team. We shall see. But any other final thoughts as we wrap it up and as part 1 of our Super Bowl show here on S&S Pigskin Picture?
We're ready. Got the revenge angle. The numbers are on our side. It's going to be a nice indoor environment, no outside interferences. I think all of
let's hope there's no electric interferences.
Yeah, I think all of our major faults in the last
few
games have come with a little bit of weather and a little bit of bad decisions here and there. And if we can just, we're out of the bad weather. So if we can just keep those bad decisions to a minimum, yeah, we got this. It's too hard to win 3 in a row. That's why no one hasn't. Now they've done it. They've actually been to a 3rd Super Bowl. No one has. Okay, they've broken that record. Okay, they'll have that forever. They can have the next Super Bowl and the next Super Bowl and the next Super Bowl. This is ours.
Love it. All right, people, give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe. And Jared and I will catch you all next time on S&S Pigskin Picks. Later.
Peace.